this is a vlog I was really not planning on making because generally, as a rule, I do not touch politics on here with a 10-foot pole. Actually, in general, I try to make a point of not going political online. Just as a rule, I don't like the drama that it always inevitably brings. I don't like the thought of somebody just being so close-minded in their thinking that they'd possibly defriend me just for having differing opinions. I've never personally defriended anybody for having completely opposing views to mine, not once. I feel like that's both a slap in the face to democracy and just really immature, honestly. I can agree to disagree with people, but anyway, so, elephant in the room. Donald Trump won. Am I happy about that? Fuck no, but that's just the reality of it. It was a 50-50 shot that he'd win or Hillary would win. We all knew it wasn't going to be a third-party person, unfortunately. So, somebody had to lose. I really rather it would have gone the other way, but it is what it is. He won. That's that. Throwing a big hissy fit about it is not going to change that. Personally, I made a point of giving myself 24 hours before even making this, because I wanted to give myself a chance to calm down and to collect my thoughts, and just not rush this and just have the knee-jerk reactions that I found a lot of people on here have been having with this topic, and I didn't want to join that. So, that's why I'm posting this today and not yesterday. But anyway, I do not agree with Trump at all on anything. Personally, I would have really rather Bernie, but since he was not in it, I was behind Hillary. So, that said, I know that at this point, the choice has been made, and there is nothing we can do that is going to get them to go, oh, we made the wrong choice. Let's just give it to her instead, even though we already collected up the votes and did the electoral college thing and elected him. It's not going to happen, as much as some of us would really wish it could. It's not going to work that way. And for how many people I'm seeing get butthurt over the fact that they feel like if they throw a big enough fit with enough people that they can overthrow this, it's like, no, that's not how it works. It's mostly first-time voters I'm seeing guilty of that one. And I'm like, I really don't want to shit on millennials, but this is one of many reasons that millennials kind of piss me off. Like, honestly, it's like they believe that just because they showed up and because they voted, they feel entitled to, well, we voted, therefore give it to us, because we showed up and we voted. That's not how it works. I mean, for some of them, maybe this is the first time they've ever been told no in their life. Maybe this is the first time they've ever had to face a large disappointment. I don't know. My youngest sister, unfortunately, is lumped into that category. It was her first time voting this year as well. And she is very, very butthurt that Hillary didn't win. Yeah, like going to the point of protests and everything and flipping out on anyone who says anything pro-Trump or against Hillary or just anything, like the slightest little thing sets her off. Apparently, my youngest cousin also falls into this category. She's only a year older than my sister, so there you go. But, yeah, it's the whole millennial entitlement thing. You can try to deny it all you want, but it is very much that. That said, like I said already, I am not happy about the Trump presidency. Personally, I am scared shitless about all the things that basically, they didn't flat out say it, but they're basically, what's the word I'm looking for here? They're implying it. I had no idea we had so many racist, sexist, homophobic bigots in this country. Like, I did not honestly believe Trump had a rat's chance in hell. it winning. But he did. And that speaks volumes for the type of people who voted for him. Yeah, I realize there's gonna be people who jump all over my ass in the comments saying, well, I voted for him, and I'm not a bigot. It's like, you are. If you voted for Trump, you are, on some level. Otherwise, you wouldn't have voted for him. That was basically his campaign platform, was bigotry. Yeah. Like I said, I do not condone the guy, but on the other hand, democracy is democracy, and he is the one who is chosen, so I'm gonna have to live with it for the next 4 years, possibly 8 if they re-elect him a second time. A long time. But basically, the things that a Trump presidency implies that just scare the crap out of me. I mean, as a woman, I feel like he could very, very easily throw us back into the dark ages. I mean, he basically more or less already promised that one, that he wants to overturn Roe versus Wade, which was basically what made safe abortions legal and accessible to all women in this country back in the 70s when that court case was won. Yeah, he wants to go back to the days of back alley abortions, and to punishing women who even get those, and to punishing the doctors, and wants to force women to have to bury not only aborted babies, but also miscarried babies. There is so much wrong in that sentence alone. Just, what the fuck? He is not a woman. He should not even get a say in that, but whatever. Whatever, that is one of the big things that he was rallying, and I do not agree with, and honestly scares the shit out of me, but secondly, I mean, just how anti-immigrants and just anyone who isn't white he is scares me, even though, yes, I realize I am white, and on that particular point, it does not affect me personally, but I know a lot of people. I live in California, where our main demographic is Mexicans here. A lot of my friends are Mexicans. Some of them, admittedly, aren't legal. I am scared shitless for their safety right now. Like, I don't want to see them get deported just because Trump got elected. I mean, honestly, it'd probably be to their benefit if they became legal and wouldn't have to worry about it, but it is what it is. It's their lives, not mine. But just America was supposed to be the great melting pot of races, and yet certain people seem to think it belongs only to the whites, which, you know what? Everybody had to travel here from somewhere unless you were a Native American, and, funny thing, we wiped pretty much all of them out. Just, does nobody else see the logic in this? And then there's the whole worry about wars. I mean, yeah, he flat out said that he's gonna bomb the shit out of ISIS, and as a man who had his Twitter privileges revoked the final 2 days of his campaign rally, if he can't handle a fucking Twitter account, what makes you think he should be trusted with the nuclear code? And yes, I know, I'm stealing Obama's joke, but it's a good frickin' point. It is a good point. That man is so just... He is very trigger happy, for lack of a better word, and seems like he really, really wants to just, like, go do this, even though it is not in anyone's best interest. It's scary thinking of the implications that could have, and how it could come back on us, and just, oh my god. And then there's the whole LGBT angle of it, which does affect me. Yes, I am in a straight relationship right now. It is one of only 2 straight relationships I've ever had in my life. All others have been with either women or with trans people. So yes, I very much have a lot of strong feelings about this one. To think that so many people could suddenly have the rights they have fought so long and so hard for, and finally had their marriages legalized in this country, to have the rug ripped out from under them like that, just because this guy got elected. Again, nobody sees a problem with this? What the hell? And the fact that Trump has been very vocal in how he treats women and sees nothing wrong with that and boasts about the way he treats women. I mean, there was that quote about how he said, women, you gotta treat them like shit. It's like, okay, so that's already half the country right there that he just wants to throw under the bus just because we don't have a penis. And then there's just the fact that he gloats about the fact that he sexually assaults women. That one very much hits home for me as somebody who has been sexually abused by not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 different fucking people over my lifetime. And all but one of them when I was underage. 3 of those before I was even in double digits. Yeah, that one is very much a sore spot for me. And just like, how the fuck is this man not even in jail? Like, really right now? And people got behind this man and elected this man president. Really right now? I'm shaking my head. I feel like I made this comparison already on other forms of social media, but I feel like I went to bed on election night in 2016 and woke up in 2016A. A total alternate reality where everything's a dystopian, just nightmare. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I've probably seen Back to the Future a few too many times, but the fact that Biff was based on Trump, that they more or less got a lot of things right. Just saying. And they were only off by a year. Does this frighten no one else? Like, honestly, right now, oh my god. Like, what even is this country right now? But it is what it is, and I mean, again, he won, and it's not like we get to challenge that. And I'm going to point out, if there's any crazy fuckers watching this who have some idea in their head of, well, I should, go get a gun and just assassinate the guy. No, don't do that. It'll be worse if you do that, because keep in mind, if something happens to Trump, it doesn't go to Hillary. No. It goes to the vice president, who is Mike Pence. If you think Donald is fucked up, Mike Pence is a guy who, honest to God, believes that electroshock therapy cures gay people. Let that sink in. And that's just one of many, many archaic things that man believes. So, just saying, careful what you wish for, because you don't want to go there. And honestly, Mike Pence scares me more than Donald Trump does. So it's like, as much as I don't like the guy, I really don't want anything bad to happen to Donald, because I don't want that other guy ending up being president. Come on, really right now. Basically, I think my thoughts are just that I am very disappointed in America on this one. I feel like somewhere in this election, we fucked up. And I don't know who to point the finger at, and no, I'm not even gonna try and figure out where or who did it. I just am very disappointed and very scared and very upset, but there's not much one can do other than try to accept it and move forward and just hope and pray for the best, that hopefully this guy doesn't get our country nuked off the map. I really want to believe that hopefully it won't be as bad as things are making it sound right now. Maybe a lot of the shit he was saying were just a really, really weird thing he did just to get into office, because he knew if he could get all the bigoted people in the country on his side, that there's more of them than normal people, and he'd get into office just for that. Maybe he has no intentions of actually acting on many of his campaign plot points, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. Like I said, I generally stay out of politics, okay? I'm sorry, I don't know all the terminology. I don't. This is a large part of why I don't touch it with a 10-foot pole to talk about. But beyond that, what can you do? All you can do is just hope for the best and hope that maybe it won't be so bad, and maybe we've misjudged him. Maybe he'll end up being a good guy. Maybe not. Only time is gonna tell on this one, and I honestly don't know what to tell you guys other than just we're gonna have to live with it. Whether you like him or not, we're going to have to live with it. It doesn't mean you have to agree with him. It doesn't mean you have to like him, but he was elected fair and square, unfortunately. Maybe if enough people rally to do away with the Electoral College, maybe we can avoid something like this happening again in the future, but short of that, yeah, there's really not anything you can do right now. Yeah, you could go to the protests and things and make yourself heard, but it's not going to get him unelected, just saying. All it's gonna do is just maybe get you on the news at best. At worst, you might get yourself arrested if it's not a peaceful protest, so be careful in what you do in trying to figure out how to navigate these days post-election. It's a scary world right now. It is a scary world. I wish I had some words of comfort for you guys. I wish I knew what to say to make it all better, but there isn't anything. There is nothing we can say or do to make it better. So, in situations like this, about all you can do is just try to keep your chin up, try to stay hopeful, try to stay optimistic that maybe it won't actually be as bad as we're all fearing. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe, just maybe. I mean, I feel like I'm going out on a limb saying this. Maybe he'll turn out to be a good president. I don't know. I'm really hoping it's not going to be a repeat of Bush Jr., but who the hell knows? Again, I really would have preferred Hillary to have been elected, but it did not happen. Maybe she'll run again in the next election, and maybe she'll win it that time. But apparently at this point in time, America was just not ready for a female president, as much as it pains my heart to say that. But she lost, he won, them's the breaks. So, you don't have to like it, you don't have to be happy about it, but you do have to tolerate it. You can be angry, you can vent your frustrations, but just keep in mind that he is still the president, and he's going to be the president for at least the next 4 years. So, you can spend the next 4 years angry, or you can try to make the best of a possibly really bad situation. I personally am going to try to do the latter of those two things and try to make the best of it. Can't speak for you guys, but I would recommend trying, if even just for at most your own mental health, to try to make the best of it. Those are my thoughts. You guys wanted to hear them. You got them. And now you probably understand why I don't like to touch politics on social media. So, anyway, if you like this video, click the like button. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Leave comments down below. I'd like to hear from you guys on what your thoughts on the outcome of the election are. This video has been my thoughts only. We can agree to disagree. If you don't agree with me, that's totally okay. I am fine with that. Unlike certain other YouTubers who, will not even talk to somebody if they don't agree with them on their political standings. Yeah, I'm not one of those people. I am very willing to agree to disagree with people. That's okay. But, yeah, I'd like to hear just how you guys feel about how things turned out. Are you happy about it? Are you upset about it? Are you somewhere in the middle? Are you something completely different? Let me know. I'd like to hear from you. Yeah, until next time, bye.